again, everybody, and peace. It's Friday. Hope you all had a good week. Time for another edition of the Hippie Trip. We're going to be doing some hand clapping today on a tune. But before we get to that, a couple of side notes. Yesterday, didn't post one of these because I was kind of messing around with Facebook. It just kind of irked me that every time I put stuff on Facebook, the audio and the video looked different than what I had on this end. So after doing some experimenting back and forth between Facebook and YouTube, I realized that there's a big difference between the two. So I'm going to start today putting these on YouTube and then putting a link on them. And then as far as the video goes, I scored a HD video camera. So starting next week, we'll be doing these in HD. So hopefully there'll be an increase in quality. As my daughter said, once I see myself in HD, I'll probably want to go back to the grainy cam. So anyway, the other thing is we're proceeding on getting the CD manufactured. Talked to the manufacturing company, and they did have a question about whether or not they wanted to use their graphic arts department. And I was thinking, I certainly know a lot of design directors that work for TV stations across the country. So in the interactive spirit of this whole thing, I'm putting the word out to you guys. If you feel like doing me a CD cover, please have at it. Really, all we really need to have is have it kind of psychedelic looking and have it say Scott Chapin, the Hippie Trip on the front of it. So if you're messing around on a rainy day with Photoshop or whatever software you use, I mean, even if you're just an artist, not just an artist, even if you're an artist and you draw, let me show you something here. This is a cover from our second Exalter CD. We actually put the word out to first grader, a bunch of first graders in a Catholic grade school to do what they think Blood of the Martyr should be. So this was actually a little boy, I think he was 6 years old, that drew this. So, you know, good ideas for covers can come from anywhere. So again, putting the word out to my graphic arts buddies, my design director buddies, help me out here. If you get inspired, shoot me an email, and or just go ahead and do something and shoot it to me. If we get more than a couple, we'll put them all on. I'll figure out a way to get them all on. Song we're working on today, another one of those one-hit wonders. It was done in 1967. For some reason, only 67 songs keep rising to the top. This is done by a group called the Hombres. You might have heard Jimmy Fiano last week doing a little bit of organ thing on the synth guitar on this. It's called Let It All Hang Out. Interesting lyrics, whether they're drug-induced or not, I don't know, but I can't figure them out. It actually starts out with a spoken part. I preach, my dear friends, you're about to receive on old John Barleycorn, nicotine, and the temptations of Eve. And I was going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to put that in there. If I did it, it didn't sound right to me. So again, putting the word out, all you voice guys, do that line and send it to me. Because I got to find somebody else. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, how many voice guys do I know? And how many radio guys do I know? Come on, Gino, Catfish, all you guys, you know. Do this line and send it to me. Send me an MP3 of it, and maybe we'll include it in the song here. Today we're going to do some hand claps on this thing, and I'm going to do them all myself. I'm going to do a group of 12 hand claps. It'll take about 32 bars to do, again using loop recording, where I take 2 bars and repeat it over and over and over again, and every time it repeats, I add another set of hand claps. There's some rules for hand claps. They're really transient sounding, which means they have a spike. So you got to keep your levels real low. You don't want to put a lot of compression on it because of the spike. And you got to kind of try to clap 3 ways. As a friend of mine says, you got to clap like a white guy, a black guy, and a Hispanic guy. The black guy is going to be behind the pocket a little bit and kind of right on the groove. The Hispanic guy is going to be right on the beat, and the white guy is going to be off. You've seen the TV shows where there's a live band playing and there's everybody in the audience is clapping, and there's that one stupid white guy that's, instead of being on the 2 and the 4, he's on the 1 and the 3. We don't want to go that far, but we want to be off just a little bit. I don't want to be exactly on the beat, so that's what I'm going to shoot for. So we're set up to do this loop. I'm going to shut the voice mic off and stick with this mic. By the way, we're using a Neumann TLM 103 microphone, run into a Universal Audio LA610 Mark II channel strip with the compression turned off. So we just want to get those spikes. So here we go. I'm going to roll the loop and shut my mic off, and every time I go, I'm going to add another set of hand claps. Shut it off, and we got speed. I hear the white guy in there. So let me stop down a second. I'll put that in the mix and you can kind of hear what it sounds like in the mix, okay? Stand by. Okay, I laid it in there. I laid the hand claps in the track. Let's give a listen to the first verse and see what that sounds like. Here we go. No barking by the sewer sign. Hot dog, my razor's broke. Water dripping up the spout, but I don't care. Let it all hang out. Hanging from a pine tree by my knees. Sun is shining through the shade. Nobody knows what it's all about. It's too much, man. Let it all hang out. Let it all hang out. All right, that works for me. Now I'm just going to have to cut and paste and probably won't put that through the whole song, just in certain parts, maybe just when I'm singing. So there we're moving ahead, chopping wood. Just about done with the chopping wood. I think next week we're going to start on vocals. I'll be off on Monday, so don't look for another hippie trip on Monday because we're going to get that HD camera situation squared away. And we'll be back at you on Tuesday. So God bless you. Have a great weekend. That's it for the hippie trip today. And remember, peace.